Hi everyone, my name is Ava Vitola and this is my presentation on the strategic assessment of the Coca-Cola Company. So first, we're going to dive into that external environment. And the Coca-Cola Company operates in the food and beverage industry. It generated $8.7 trillion worth of revenue in 2023 and had a compound annual growth rate of 5.6% from 2023 to 2024. More specifically, in the beverage industry, there's the non-alcoholic portion of beverages and the alcoholic portion of beverages. Coca-Cola primarily operates in that non-alcoholic beverage sector, which includes sports and energy drinks, soft drinks, bottled water, packaged juice, ready-to-drink tea and coffee, etc. It is also segmented into North American, European, South American, Asian Pacific, Middle Eastern, and African regions, and sustainability demand is significantly rising due to increasing awareness of environmental challenges, including deforestation, water scarcity, carbon emissions, and plastic pollution. Beverage companies are cutting plastic waste from production and are starting to implement biodegradable packaging that will decompose itself and not harm the environment. And you also see the rising trends within the industry, such as the healthier alternatives. The plant-based food market size was $44.2 billion and will be $77.8 billion by 2025, with a compound annual growth rate of 12.4%. And then you have the functional beverages trends. The market size for these functional beverages, including fortified waters and energy drinks, will be $173 billion by 2024. And just overall health and wellness trends, consumers are increasingly choosing products that offer health benefits, such as nutrient-rich, low-sugar, and low-calorie options. And then you've got the four key players within the beverage industry. First, we're going to discuss Nestle, which is a Swiss multi-corporation that generated $94 billion worth of revenue in 2023. Some common products of Nestle include coffee mate coffees and creamers, Nesquik milk, and Ovaltine, which is just a chocolate malt drink that supports immune health. And then you have PepsiCo, which is obviously the pillar of the food and beverage industry, generated $91 billion worth of revenue in 2023. Popular drinks include Mountain Dew, Aquafina, Gatorade, Lipton Tea, Tropicana juices, Starbucks coffees, Rockstar energy drinks, and Ocean Spray. Next, you got the Coca-Cola Company, which is an American beverage dominator. It generated $40 billion worth of revenue in 2023. And common products include Body Armor sports drinks, Dasani, Fairlife milk, Fanta, Gold Peak tea, Minute Maid, Powerade, and vitamin water. Finally, got Anheuser-Busch InBev, which is a Belgian-Brazilian corporation that operates in the alcoholic beverage industry and generated $55 billion worth of revenue in 2023. Popular brands include Bud Light, Budweiser, Hoop Tea, Michelob Ultra, Busch Beer, Natural Light, and Stella Artois. And then Coca-Cola's biggest rivals include PepsiCo, which is the main competitor of Coca-Cola. PepsiCo has been Coca-Cola's fiercest competitor and is constantly pushing Coca-Cola to innovate and adapt. PepsiCo is in both the food and beverage industry. You walk into a convenience store, you walk into a grocery store, you see the Pepsi bottles and all the affiliates associated with PepsiCo, but also you walk down the snack aisle. So many of those products are associated with PepsiCo. You pick up a bag of Cheetos or Fritos or Lay's, that is generating PepsiCo revenue, and that is where Coca-Cola is falling short. Also not on this key players list is Keurig Dr. Pepper. Keurig Dr. Pepper carves out a distinct niche as a competitor, offering a different kind of refreshment experience. So Dr. Pepper and Keurig actually merged recently, and they are operating within the coffee industry as well as, the carbonated beverages with 7-Up, Crush, and Dr. Pepper. So next we have Michael Porter's 5 forces, and which of these forces exerts the most pressure? So obviously to Coca-Cola, the competitive rivalry force exerts the most pressure. This explains the tense rivalries between companies within the same industry. And to expand more off of what I mentioned previously, PepsiCo is Coca-Cola's biggest competitor. How has Coca-Cola responded to PepsiCo's market share, extensively rising? Through expanded product portfolio. Coca-Cola introduced bottled waters, juices, teas, and energy drinks. And Coca-Cola also has a very iconic marketing campaign. They marketed and financed the World Cup and the Olympics and was endorsers. They also market towards cultural satisfaction internationally to conserve to consumer tastes. And Coca-Cola is also continuously entering partnerships and acquisitions. The acquisition with Costa Coffee allowed Coca-Cola to expand into the coffee market to compete with PepsiCo's Starbucks products and Dr. Pepper's Green Mountain products. So now we're going to dive into the internal environment of Coca-Cola. So the mission and value statement. So the mission statement, I took these directly from Coca-Cola's website. Our roadmap starts with our mission, which is enduring. It declares our purpose as a company and serves as the standard against which we weigh our actions and decisions, to refresh the world, to inspire moments of optimism and happiness, and to create value and make a difference. The vision statement reads, our vision serves as the framework for our roadmap and guides every aspect to our business by describing what we need to accomplish to continue achieving sustainable quality growth through people, portfolio, partners, planet, profit, and productivity. So performance on stated objectives. I took this graphic right here directly from the 2024 investor slide that Coca-Cola shared to the investors. On the left-hand side, you see the organic revenue growth from 2018 to 2023. You see that total revenues increased by 7%. Coca-Cola managed to keep pace with the changing trends, and the product line was diversified to include the no sugar, low calorie, and non-carbonated options. One down, you see that comparable operating margin. Comparable operating margin also increased by 0.3%. Coca-Cola managed to improve efficiency and cost management despite external factors and pressures. You got comparable earnings per share, which also jumped 6% from 2018 to 2023. Earnings per share expansion reflects Coca-Cola's ability to deliver stable value to shareholders and a reflection of improved profitability, effective management of share repurchase and reinvestment programs that give confidence to investors and drive long-term sustainability. And finally, free cash flow did jump 12%. This outstanding growth demonstrates the financial capacity and power of Coca-Cola to fund strategic initiatives, and overall, based on this presentation to the shareholders, I believe that Coca-Cola's performance upholds its set goals. And now we're going to dive into a SWOT analysis of Coca-Cola. So the strengths. One of the world's highest value brands. You can look at a Coca-Cola logo, Coca-Cola bottle, Coke can, and know that is Coca-Cola product. With that bright red background and that white cursive lettering, Coca-Cola is easily recognizable. It is also one of the most substantial world-class companies. The brand strength index of Coca-Cola is 93.3 out of 100. That just builds off of brand loyalty and recognition of the brand. And Coca-Cola also has the largest market share. Products are sold in over 200 plus countries. So weaknesses. Obviously, PepsiCo began intense marketing and surpassed Coca-Cola in terms of market capitalization. Like I said previously, unfortunately, Coca-Cola is not going to reach PepsiCo's market capitalization if they do not expand further into the snack industry as well, since PepsiCo has that bigger brand as well as market share. Coca-Cola also has low product diversity. Building off of the previous bullet point, Coca-Cola does need to expand into the snack industry to compete on a better scale with PepsiCo. There is also the rising concern of health conditions such as obesity and diabetes that will affect Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola is also greenwashing its plastic packaging. Coca-Cola is considered the worst plastic polluter, with 3 million packages polluted annually. So some opportunities for Coca-Cola. Them satisfying the consumers who are health conscious regarding their sugar intakes. Coca-Cola should expand more into this sector because more people are growing health conscious and want healthier alternatives. And also, Coca-Cola did join TikTok recently and did collaborate with Grammy-winning artist Khalid and collaborated with them to bring the brand to his platform, allowed that connection to the younger generations who also dominate that platform. Then you also have the threats. So there are legal lawsuits pertaining to that non-biodegradable packaging that Coca-Cola is ensuring. Lawsuits and legal actions can be implemented towards Coca-Cola for their sustainability practices. And Coca-Cola's water usage is also very significant. They use over 300 billion liters of water annually. And then you always have the direct and indirect competition from PepsiCo and the new rising beverage competitors. So core competency in generic competitive strategies. So Coca-Cola's core competency is just building that strong brand recognition and loyalty. Like I mentioned before, you have that nice bright red background and then cursive white lettering, you know that is Coca-Cola. So the generic competitive strategy is cost leadership. It is the main competitive strategy that provides competitive advantages based on low cost through economies of scale and other factors. Pricing power over products compared to competitors. So Coca-Cola can actually pick their pricing because they have such great margins, where newer entrants are not able to be doing this due to lower margins. So differentiation creates a competitive advantage, allows the company to create a unique identity in the market. It sets apart via taste, branding, and consumer experiences. Protects Coca-Cola's marketing positioning. And I wanted to share a little marketing campaign that I'm sure all of you remember, the Share Coke campaign that Coca-Cola did put out. On the right-hand side, I did include a picture of this campaign with all the different names that were plastered on bottles. I know that I was guilty of actually going into convenience stores looking for my names on bottles. I was never successful, but I did relate that on a personal level by buying a bottle or a can with someone's name on it who I did know. Next, you got the diversification strategies. Related diversification involves diversifying into products or services where a company already operates or into the businesses with some commonalities. It allows existing capabilities and market presence to introduce new products that complement original offerings. Coca-Cola introduced the non-carbonated beverages, including the bottled waters, teas, juices, coffees, and energy drinks. And the divestiture strategy is the partial full disposal of a company or other entity's operations or assets through sale, sex change, closure, or bankruptcy. This reduces Coca-Cola's ownership in bottling operations. The Coca-Cola Company has earned up to $290 million from India in the March quarter by refranchising its bottling operations to existing bottlers in 3 key markets. Transferring the bottling operations to franchise partners reduces Coca-Cola's complexity and financial risks while maintaining control over their brand image. So methods Coca-Cola used to enter those 4 markets is the local bottling partnerships, like I mentioned before, partnering with these local bottlers and distributors who already possess the regional scale. It gives the flexibility to allow the company to quickly adapt to consumer preferences, regulatory requirements, and economic conditions. Product portfolio localization. Product formulations and packaging formats are tailored to align with local tastes and sensibilities. It gave Coca-Cola a strong competitive advantage internationally by ensuring beverages are reasonably priced and resonating with consumers to enhance brand loyalty. And finally, through mergers and acquisitions, by acquiring them strong regional beverage brands across various categories, it gives access to new consumer segments, local distribution networks, and innovation capabilities, but it also rapidly expanded market presence internationally. So the organizational structure. So there are corporate departments within Coca-Cola, and there are all 14 of them. They all work together to support the company's strategic objectives. And then you have the global product divisions that provide the necessary support for innovating beverage products that match market conditions. And those include hydration, sports, coffee and tea, sparkling flavors, nutrition, juice and plant, and emerging. And then you have geographical operating segments that fine-tunes its marketing and distribution strategies so Coca-Cola can respond more effectively to local consumer preferences. You have the Asia Pacific, Europe, Middle East and Africa, Latin America, and North America segments. Strengths and weaknesses to Coca-Cola's organizational structure. Strengths. There are product divisions that allow the company to focus on unique needs and strategies of certain categories. It gives global flexibility and adaptability. It helps remain competitive in diverse international markets and strong centralized support culture structure. Efficient with coordination across various functions. The weaknesses. High complexities and bureaucracies can lead to miscommunication, resource allocation struggles, high management costs, and overemphasis on existing markets can compromise expanding opportunities. So recommendations to Coca-Cola regarding strategic planning and positioning. Diversify the products further. Further innovation in the health-conscious beverage industry. Them strategic partnership and acquisitions keep expanding. Enhance digital transformation and utilization through AI and machine learning for better engagement. Expand e-commerce presence. Offer direct-to-consumer on the website and personalized experiences. Also strengthening sustainability initiatives, further reduce that plastic waste, expand recycling programs, adopt renewable energy resources, and expand presence in emerging markets. So recommendations to Coca-Cola for the corporate structure. Streamline the communications and reduce bureaucracy. Empowered leaders can improve speed and agility when it comes to decision making. Enhance cross-division and collaboration allows the company to create more innovating offerings. Increase flexibility in emerging markets. Allow more regional autonomy in terms of product development and marketing positioning. And also focus on employee empowerment. Through training programs, flexible career paths, promoting employee involvement, this contributes to long-term growth and adaptability, not just for the employee, but also the company. And Coca-Cola should be recognized as a positive place to work. Attract them talented individuals from the competitors. Thank you, and I'm open to any questions to my email.